It's no news that games have been becoming more and more cinematic every year. Since the days of the first PlayStation, animators have treated us to gorgeous pre-rendered intros and cutscenes that have never failed to pique our interest in a game's world and keep us enthralled and immersed in the experience. Though there are many developers who have showcased amazing pre-rendered scenes throughout gaming, I think it's safe to say that the powerhouse among them has to be Square Enix and their flagship series, Final Fantasy, which has solidified itself over the years as the industry standard when it comes to beautiful pre-rendered opening cutscenes. To celebrate the magic of these scenes and their most impressive creators, here's my top 5 pre-rendered openings from Square Enix Final Fantasy series. One of the less celebrated titles in the franchise, Final Fantasy XI was the series' first attempt at an MMORPG, and it was not about to shy away from offering players an opulent introduction to its world. This opener tells us of a sentient crystal and the warring civilization that revolves around it. Lots of good narrative here, along with well-executed battles and one of the longest runtimes as far as Final Fantasy openings go. A great introduction to an underrated game. Final Fantasy VIII has one of the most memorable opening scenes in the series. The chills start as soon as the scene begins with the game's signature haunting choir chant. We are then whisked away across the sea to the sound of Nobuo Uematsu's beautiful orchestral arrangement as mysterious phrases appear, foreshadowing the events of the game before we even begin playing. The way characters are introduced give us vague ideas of their personalities and heightens our intrigue as we look forward to meeting them in the game, so we can match names to the faces. My favorite part of this scene has to be when Rinoa's feather floats into the sky and transforms into Squall's gunblade before shooting back down to Earth, ready for him to take up arms against his rival Cypher. This scene may seem lacking as far as graphical fidelity goes when compared to today's console's capabilities, but considering this was created for the PlayStation 1 makes it a grand achievement that deserves its place among the most celebrated pre-rendered cutscenes in gaming. The reboot of the failed Final Fantasy XIV MMO definitely delivered not only just improved gameplay, but an opening cutscene with a grander spectacle than ever before seen from the franchise. This scene was first shown as a finale for the original game to get players excited for its re-envisioning in A Realm Reborn. The vast scale of this scene is truly impressive. Massive armies clashing against one another beneath a burning star on the verge of exploding. Square really shows off its fondness for energy beams and magic barriers here, with hundreds of characters charging their lasers and protecting themselves and their comrades from the star's massive explosion. Tons of great effects work here, and one of, if not the biggest opening scene in Final Fantasy history. Say what you will about the game as a whole, Final Fantasy XIII knows how it's done when it comes to pre-rendered cinematics. We start with a beautiful aerial shot floating behind majestic winged beasts before emerging into the technologically advanced city of Cocoon. Lightning and the gang look fantastic as we're treated to key moments for the game's story, teasing just enough at what's to come after pressing the start button. Another fantastic intro in the Final Fantasy series, and my #1 pick, can be found in Final Fantasy X. This scene perfectly captures the tense pre-game nerves I can only imagine every Blitzball player feels as Tidus collects his thoughts in a serene, shallow pool on the sidelines before opening his eyes to the roar of his fans and an intense metal riff. Some beautiful panning crane shots give us aerial views of the stadium and the surrounding Xanarkand, while also introducing us to the enigmatic Auron as he witnesses a massive tidal wave heading straight for the city, while the unsuspecting civilians enjoy their blitzball game. The game is intense and full of quick cuts and action-packed moments. quite unlike the in-game Blitzball tournament, honestly. The best scene has to be when Tidus performs his signature move and is awestruck by the sight of Sin's missiles shooting out of the approaching tidal wave, threatening to destroy his home. Though they are among the best, those are just a few of the amazing opening cinematics the Final Fantasy series has to offer. And we can only expect the upcoming Final Fantasy XV to continue the series' ongoing tradition of beautifully crafted openings. This has been Dom Hassett, aka Dark Mask, for Axis Point Gaming. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel and check out AxisPointGaming.com for news, reviews, and more videos like this. Let me know in the comments what other top 5s you'd like to see, and as always, thanks for watching, and praise the sun.